You know, my first few subs that I got on my channel was actually like just kind of luck. I put out a Templar build and people liked it at the time. It wasn't super huge or anything, but got a few thousand views, which was a lot for my third or fourth video. I think prior to that, I'd done a PvP commentary and then some Guild Wars 2 videos.
That's Spartan.
But it's quite a lot for one of my first few videos because it was something that was in demand at the time. So it was just lucky, I guess. I luckily put a build video out at the right time, and it got me those first, 100 or so. Well, and then I was like, hey, let's do another one.
Let's dive a little deeper into the timeline of your career here. So when I met you, you were at like 3,000 or 4,000 subs, which you said wasn't very many. I was like completely flabbergasted by that number. I was like, this is an unattainable number that you have on your channel. I'm actually talking to you right now. I couldn't believe it at the time. And so that's why I gave you that.
Oh, you just cut out. Sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
My fucking computer keeps going to sleep.
Oh.
Let me just fix this.
Let me move my mouse because my screensaver would probably pop up soon.
Yeah, but mine like mutes you when it goes to sleep too because my mic is through my screen. Or not my mic, my volume.
Sucks.
PC goes to sleep. It's set on never. Okay, sorry. Go
Let's
again.
Blame ZeniMax for that one. Where was I? Oh, so at the time when I first saw your channel, you had just stopped doing, I think it was a music channel before, right?
I was not a music channel. No, that was just what it was
like Christopher Summer Music or something like that.
Yeah, because I like music, and that was my YouTube channel for just watching music. You know?
Okay. Okay.
No, I've heard that before from other people. Like, were you a music producer? That was just the name of the channel when I had made my YouTube channel, and it wasn't for uploading or anything. That was just strictly for my own personal private use. And then, later on, I was like, oh, let's upload a build video, and I just uploaded it to that channel.
Well, you always had a penchant for picking like awesome music on your build videos and your PvP videos. It was, I never heard anything like it. That was like one of the first times I'd ever heard. I can't remember the non-copyright music you were using. It was like "Live This Nightmare" by the Griswolds, but it was like a remix.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know.
Good song, man. And it was.
Yeah,
I was like,
man.
I've never heard anything like this. First of all, I'd never heard that genre before. Music.
Really?
Yeah. And then second, I thought this had to be like you're doing. You had to have been like a music guy before, and this is just something like you're bringing along.
No, I mean, I play a lot of music. I play guitar and piano, and I can sing, I guess. I'm not a good singer. I don't like the sound of my voice, but I can hold tune well.
Can we get you to sing on camera right now?
No.
Okay. All right. So I didn't know that. I didn't know you were a guitar player.
If you catch a stream where I sing, sometimes I'll sing when I'm in like the middle of a fight. I'll just sing a little bit.
You know who else sings is Ace Mercs Pro. Do you ever watch that guy?
Yeah, I've seen him sing actually.
Dude,
but I don't sing like that, like not a real song.
He's such a funny guy.
Like, I'll just sing about like ZeniMax, like no lag please or something. I don't know.
Lag please.
Yeah.
That's a good song. I got to remember the lyrics to that.
But yeah, no, I just like music a lot, and my music choices on the videos early on were actually courtesy of my girlfriend. Yeah, I picked them too, but she helped me pick a lot of the songs as well. Nice. And not only my girlfriend, but my friend circle, we just really like music, and we share a lot of music with each other. So that was it.
Okay. Did they play a big part in you starting the YouTube channel? Did they kind of push you to like go outside the box or your comfort zone?
Let's go into it. So I'll tell you guys a lot about my personal life, I guess. So I did 2 years of nursing prior to doing any of this.
Really?
Yeah, and I was going to be an RN. And after my second year, I quit because I hated it. It was terrible. It's a really hard job, and I saw someone die. Well, not saw them die, but I had a patient that died while I was gone, and I came in the next day, and I got to pack their body up. And I knew at that moment that this was something that I didn't want to do with my life. I knew it, like I didn't know specifically. Now I know, like I can put it in words, but at the time, like it felt wrong, man. I just knew I didn't like it. It's getting a little dark here. But yeah, after that, I went back to school again for just general sciences.
Okay. Oh, turning the studio lights on. I love it.
Is that better? I think that's better.
That looks really good. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have as
Okay.
much of a shadow cast on your face. It looks.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty-
So at the time, I went back again for another year of general sciences, and in my second semester, I flunked out because I just didn't know what I wanted to do with my life at all. I was
Okay.
really depressed, and I didn't go to class at all for the second semester. Didn't even show up to my exams, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So at this stage, this was I think 1 or 2 years into ESO. So I'd already done a bit of ESO content at this point, but I had no intention of being a content creator. Had I had that intention, I would have like Cypher early on, really put a lot of work into it at the beginning of the game, right? But I didn't know at the time. I was still like, oh, I'm going to be a nurse or whatever.
Okay.
And
So this was
I
just
did
like
that.
a project, something.
Yeah,
like a side
well, it was for
hobby
fun,
Okay.
Yeah. Something I just did because
Right.
I do that sometimes. I just get into something and try it out and be like, it's okay, it's
Yeah.
great, whatever it is. But yeah, after that, I moved in with a friend of mine from school.
Okay.
And I just left. I didn't want to go back to school, and I had broken up with my girlfriend during that last semester as well, because our relationship, we had a good relationship, but we knew that like we wanted different things with our lives. It was a very mutual kind of discussion, and we're still actually great friends today. I just actually went to her engagement party,
Wow.
so it was really cool.
That's kind of big of you, man. That's big
I think that's kind of, a lot of people have trouble staying good friends with their exes, but no, I really liked her, and we're still very good friends today. We still talk too, and
That's
it's nice.
great.
And I really like her boyfriend too. We actually go on like trips and like trips to places with them. Yeah.
Right on.
We're
That's
all
healthy,
very close.
man. That's healthy.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Like maybe if the breakup was bad, it wouldn't have been that way. But
Well,
I moved in with my friend here, and prior to moving into, I moved way down south because I was living up north in BC. And prior to that, while I was like kind of flunking out my last semester, I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and I didn't know. And like I had thought about this as an option at that point, towards the end of that semester. I was like, well, this school thing's not working out for me. And like I'm not like dumb. I did actually quite well in school. I just don't apply myself because I didn't care. And
well, if you have no passion, I mean, that's
that's really what it is for me. Is like I need to care and I need to have passion about it, or I won't put the effort in.
Right.
So yeah, after that, I moved here, and my friends before I moved had said, you could pursue it, you could try it, and my ex too had said, I don't know what you want to do, but if you want to try this, now's a great time, because she was supportive of the idea, but like I knew if I was with her, it wasn't something that she'd want me to do, really. So I don't know. And I moved down here, and I was just depressed for a year. I tried to try it. I did a really bad job. That was a tough experience going through that, like that mental shift in my mind, trying to like come out of depression, and at the same time still trying to like motivate myself to be my own boss and work my job. And
right.
I had some money saved up because I had saved up for school as well, and that was supposed to pay off my student loans, but I used that to just live off of for a little bit. It was honestly not a good use of my money, but at the same time, I feel like I needed that time to just like find out who I am and what I needed to do with myself and my life, like, because I'd kind of had the opinion of that I was going to go in to be a nurse and then possibly like a surgeon or something one day. So I did well in school, and I'm very good with my hands. And I was like, I want to help people. And that was like the route. I was like, I'm going to be a surgeon. Like that was the end goal of it. Okay. But yeah, it was weird to go through that mental shift and accept my weaknesses. But then I really got into content creation with ESO about a year after that. And this was about 2.5 years ago or something like that, 3 years ago. I really got into it. And at the time I had to work a part-time job to help support my ESO career. And it wasn't until over a year ago that I was able to do this full time. But yeah, support from my friends was the question that you asked. And this whole story is leading up to the support that I got from the girl I moved in with, who is now my girlfriend. And we had no intention to date or anything at first. And we lived together for quite some time before we got together. But when
it blossomed,
we sat down and we had that discussion of like, I want to do this job,
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, I will help support you during the beginning of it. And I had to work a part-time job at first, and she still had to help support me.
You were a baker,
and I finally got
right?
the job, and she still had to help support me. And I was still working like 10 hours a day on my ESO stuff, 12 hours a day. And
yeah,
now I work regular hours, and she doesn't have to support me. And it means so much to me that we made it to this stage, because it was a real journey. And I know by myself, I would not have been able to do it.
That's incredible, man. That's kind of living the dream, right?
I mean, and it's because, I had help. Not only did I go out there and say, hey, I can't do this alone and I need help. And I think that's the first step. And it's very hard to admit that you're incapable of something, and then go out and get it. And, I found a great person in her, and she understood what I wanted from here. And she also knew that I would put the work in. She knew that if she was going to put, her stuff on the line for it, that I would too. And it worked. I feel like had our bond not been so deep and close, though, like I wouldn't have even approached her with this. I feel like it's kind of an inappropriate thing to say to like your partner, like, hey, can you help support me with money, especially early on in like the dating relationship. But we had been friends for quite a long time before that as well. So we knew each other very well, and she knew that I really wanted to do this.
Well, it takes a pretty amazing person to step up and kind of do that for you.
It does. And brave too. And, that's why now I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, because I know that this woman is here for me, and I love her just as much. I want to repay her for everything that she's given me now. It means a lot.
Well, that makes me happy.
If I have to attribute my success to one singular thing, it would be her.
Awesome.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, man, there you go.
There you go.
So it was that specific moment where she said she would support you in this, where you decided, I'm going to do this full time as a career?
Pretty much.
Okay. So that was the tipping point.
So we had discussions about it beforehand, but we had sat down and we pretty much said, like, I'm going to quit my job and we're going to do this, and I'm going to put the effort in. And for the first little bit, I'm not going to make enough. And we knew that going into it, but we knew that if we continue to wait and wait and wait, it's not something that would come. And how do I put it? The YouTube game, the Twitch game, is very competitive. You have to constantly be uploading, constantly be doing stuff. Right. You can't take a break. If I take a year off to go make money so I can put another year into it, I come back to much less than I had left. So I think that, I think I needed to do it at the time. And it was a really hard decision, and we cried a lot about it. It was really tough. We didn't fight about it or anything, but it was very emotional, like, for us to say, because it meant a lot more than, oh, I'm just going to give you this money so you can pursue your dream, which does mean a lot, but it meant like, right. I trust you. And
that's huge.
I trust you long term, not just today, but I trust you tomorrow. And that meant everything to me. And, now, like I said, I just want to give it back. I really want to push my career so I can give it back to her.
That's beautiful, man.